1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1. Hey, hi, and hello. It has been a good 3 months since I left for Southeast Asia, and I'm back now. I've been back for about a month already, so it's almost 4 months since you've seen me back here in Vancouver. It's taken me quite a while to get into tutorials because, to be honest, I am quite camera shy and I'm not really a talking kind of person. Anyhow, let's get into today's lesson. Today I'm going to be walking you through the Underhand Matador with 3 beats instead of the regular 2 beats. So quickly, let me show you the normal 2-beat Underhand Matador. So with Underhand Matador, the beat count is reversed as opposed to overhand. So I'll quickly show you overhand and underhand. Again, if the counting is confusing you, don't worry too much about it. I find it helps some people because it helps you understand where is that 3rd beat. But for overhand Matador, you're going over like this. So you have cross, 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 cross. 1, 2. With underhand, what's happening is when you cross to the opposite side, you see that actually creates a rotation on the same side. So that's actually 2, 1 instead of 1, 2. So you get 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. So the beat count is always opposite for underhand versus overhand. But don't get too confused. The main point is you're doing 2 beats on each side for the regular one. So you have 1, 2, 1, 2. So how do you get the 3rd beat? What you need to do is you need to unlock this move called the high whip in. So that's the movement. There's a separate tutorial for this, which I'll link to in the description. So how do you chain all of them together? So what you're going to do, I'll show it from the front, then I'll show it from the side. So here you have 2, 1, and then what you do is here you get into that high beat type of movement where you bring the rope up high close to your shoulder, and what you're going to do is then from the underhand, as it's on the underhand swing, you're chopping and you're rotating your entire body over to the right side. If you're swinging on the left, you rotate to the right. So 1, 2, 3, and then you go over to the right side. High whip in movement over your left shoulder, going to the right side. If you look all the way to your right, it feels like an overhand movement because you see the rope coming up from the top going to the bottom. But remember, if I'm looking at you in the camera, looking at the front, it's underhand because the rope's coming from the bottom. All right? So that's the high whip in. And then the same on the other side. If you're completing the rotations on the right side, going to the left, it's basically a high whip in movement over your right shoulder, like so. So let's show it from the front, all 3 beats, and then I'll show from the side. So you have 2, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. From the side, here's what it looks like. I'll go from left to right first. 2, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So why this move and how is it helpful for you? Generally, I find when you do the regular 2-beat Underhand Matador, 2 beats, the main reason why we do 2 beats is because it's easier to transition to go into overhand and underhand when you have that extra beat to catch your breath. If you're going straight from single beat, you're doing basically the underhand figure 8, which is great for your back. But you'll notice that with 2 beats, it's not that much different in terms of giving you that spinal rotation. You just have a bit more time in between. What I find with the 3rd beat, which is really nice, is when you do the 3rd beat, because you're going from a high whip in movement over to the other side, it really forces you to rely less on your hands and more on your back to turn and bring the rope over to the other side. So 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So that I find is really nice for the lower back because you're pulling the rope over with your shoulder and with your back like so, and pulling it back the other way as well. So let's see what that looks like from the back. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.